And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got murdered.
Oh, wow. I thought of that once.
This is huge. Erika just announced that she is 8 weeks pregnant with what would be her third baby with Charlie Kirk. Only problem is that Charlie died 10 weeks ago. The numbers just don't add up. The story is gaining huge traction online as people speculate on who the father could be.
No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. I am tremendously blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you a very, very dear friend.
However, coupled with the fact that JD Vance's wife seems to have taken off her wedding ring, it seems
the hallway stayed quiet until the moment Erika Kirk and Usha Vance crossed paths, and one camera turned it into the biggest viral storm of the week. Erika had just filed the paternity lawsuit against JD Vance, and Usha walked toward her with an intensity that froze everyone nearby. No judge, no attorneys, just raw tension breaking open before court even began. Erika didn't move. She held her ground as Usha approached, her expression steady while Usha's carried weeks of pressure. There was no shouting in the clip, only a heavy silence that made their standoff feel deeper than anything written in the legal filing. Within minutes, the footage exploded online. People replayed it frame by frame, hunting for meaning in their expressions and body language. The lawsuit suddenly felt secondary to this brief but powerful moment captured in the hallway. What shocked viewers wasn't the encounter itself. It was the way they stared at each other, unblinking, as if both knew this moment would change everything once the cameras caught it. The day began quietly until Erika's paternity lawsuit appeared in the court system, sending a ripple through reporters watching the case. But the real shock came minutes later when the first hallway clip leaked online. The timing felt too sharp to ignore. The footage surfaced almost instantly after the filing became public. The video showed Erika standing alone as people walked past her, unaware that a confrontation was seconds away. She looked calm, almost prepared, as if she expected the storm that would follow. Viewers immediately noticed how composed she seemed in those early frames. Then Usha appeared at the end of the hallway, moving with purpose toward Erika. Even without audio, the tension was obvious. Social media users began slowing the clip down, pointing out the moment Usha's expression shifted the second she spotted Erika. By the time the clip hit 1 million views, people weren't talking about the lawsuit itself. They were talking about the energy in that corridor, the tense approach, the stillness, and the sense that something had been building long before the court filing went public. And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got murdered. I thought of that one. You are so faithful whether you had any premonition. Relax, Erika Kirk. Okay, relax. I was more skeptical before she was talking than I am now, because she's over-explaining herself. The footage showed Usha striding down the hallway with a look that made bystanders step aside without a word. Her pace wasn't rushed, but it wasn't casual either. It carried a weight that viewers instantly picked up on. People slowed the clip to study the change in her expression when she recognized Erika standing ahead of her. The moment their eyes met, the atmosphere in the video shifted. Even with no sound, you could feel the pressure rising between them. Usha didn't break her stare, and her body language suggested she had no intention of avoiding the confrontation. It was a deliberate approach, one that felt weeks in the making. Commentators online began analyzing everything: posture, steps, the subtle tension in Usha's jaw. What made the moment viral wasn't what was said. It was how clearly both women seemed to brace for what was coming, and viewers sensed that this was only the beginning of something bigger. When Usha reached her, Erika didn't shift or step back. She stayed exactly where she was. Hands relaxed, expression steady. That calmness became the center of online discussion within hours. Some viewers praised her composure, while others wondered how she managed to stay so collected with Usha bearing down on her. The clip captured Erika's subtle nod, almost as if acknowledging Usha's arrival without fear. It was a quiet moment, but it carried weight, especially given the lawsuit she had just filed. Her posture suggested she expected a confrontation and wasn't shaken by it. The stillness around them made the footage feel almost cinematic. Everyone else blurred into background movement as the two women locked into a silent face-off. And because the clip ended right before the audio started, viewers filled the silence with theories about what the first words between them might have been. Another angle surfaced hours later, this time with partial audio. The moment it dropped, the entire conversation shifted. The new clip caught fragments of their first exchange, and social media exploded as people analyzed every syllable. Usha's voice came through first, sharp, controlled, demanding answers about why Erika filed when she did. She wanted explanations, not excuses, and her tone made that clear. Erika responded in a calm, measured way, saying she filed because things needed clarity. The audio wasn't complete, but it was enough to ignite debates online. People argued over who escalated the moment, who stayed composed, and what wasn't being shown on camera. What became obvious was that the tension in the hallway wasn't accidental. It was two conflicting stories colliding at the worst possible time. A still frame from the footage showed JD stepping into the hallway just as the exchange began. He stayed near the doorway, halfway hidden, watching the moment unfold without moving closer. Viewers instantly grabbed screenshots, pointing out how quickly he stepped back once he realized who was confronting whom. His expression sparked endless online theories. Some said he looked overwhelmed, others said he looked resigned. But everyone agreed he wasn't ready to get between Erika and Usha. The clip made it clear he wasn't guiding thesis, he was reacting to it just like everyone else. JD's silence became one of the most replayed parts of the footage. He stood still, arms tense, gaze fixed on the two women like he already knew anything he said would make things worse. His hesitation fueled speculation that this confrontation wasn't surprising to him. For many viewers, JD's presence didn't calm the moment. It amplified the tension. His stillness only added to the sense that this was a breaking point no one could walk away from cleanly. Hours later, journalists confirmed that the viral hallway footage was recorded minutes before anyone entered the courtroom. That detail reshaped the entire narrative, proving the conflict didn't begin under a judge's eye. It was already burning before the hearing even started. Once the timing became public, analysts framed the hallway clip as the missing link, explaining why the later courtroom confrontation turned so charged. It showed that emotions were already high, and the tension between Erika and Usha had been simmering well before any testimony. The timestamp on the video became a major talking point. Viewers noted how the hallway looked calm, yet the atmosphere between the two women felt anything but. It wasn't a random encounter, it was the spark before the explosion. This revelation made the footage feel even more significant, turning it from a viral moment into something that shaped how the entire day unfolded. Once the clip spread across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, the story left the courtroom and entered the national spotlight. Users made slow-motion edits, body language breakdowns, and side-by-side comparisons, turning the footage into a full-blown cultural debate. Commentators weighed in, calling the encounter one of the most telling moments in the entire scandal. People analyzed everything: Usha's pointed steps, Erika's steady posture, JD's hesitation. Every detail sparked new theories about what was happening behind the scenes. Public opinion shifted by the hour. Some viewers defended Usha's reaction, saying she responded like someone blindsided by a legal bombshell. Others argued Erika's calmness showed she was prepared for whatever came next. By nightfall, the hallway clip wasn't just a viral video. It became the centerpiece of the entire story, the moment that set off a chain reaction no one could ignore. As more clips surfaced, a wider angle revealed security moving closer during the tense exchange. They didn't touch either woman, but their body language showed they were preparing for the moment to escalate. Viewers noticed how one guard subtly shifted between JD and the confrontation, ready to intervene if needed. Erika appeared to signal she didn't want things to spiral. Her posture stayed calm, chin slightly lifted, hands steady at her sides. That quiet composure became a major talking point online, with many saying she understood. The weight of every camera pointed at them. Usha, however, looked more strained in this angle. Her eyes stayed locked on Erika, her breath sharp, her stance rigid. The new footage made her emotions feel even more exposed, turning the hallway moment into something much more intense than the first clip suggested. These angles deepened the public debate. With every new frame, the encounter looked less like a chance meeting and more like a collision waiting to happen. One security barely managed to contain. The last leaked clip stunned viewers. This one captured a moment right before entering the courtroom where Erika turned toward Usha and spoke directly to her. The audio was faint, but the tone was unmistakable. Firm, steady, controlled. Usha's response came quick and tense, her voice tight with emotion. Even without full audio, the energy between them was unmistakable. It was personal, immediate, and far heavier than the earlier hallway footage hinted. Erika's expression shifted briefly, showing something between fear and resolve. Usha shifted, too, revealing how much the lawsuit had shaken her. The clip ended abruptly, leaving viewers desperate to understand what was said and what happened next. This final angle became the most shared piece of footage, turning a private moment into a national discussion about pressure. Truth in everything boiling beneath the surface. Pressure. Truth in everything boiling beneath the surface.